friends, welcome back to the Wild Blue. Today we're going to be walking around a few smaller preserves right here on the Intercoastal Waterway, right here in Jacksonville, Florida. I woke up extra early trying to escape this summer heat, but if you are like me and you like sleep, you know how that goes. I didn't quite make it, and it is already heating up, and we still have a few more places to go. So I have a client who is also a friend of the show. I think you know who you are. She was asking me about some places that she could just pop in and out of quickly. That's something really nice. She likes a few places that I've been to, and she was asking about some other places, and it inspired me to make this video. Instead of making shorts about each one of these places, I thought I would just make one video about all of them. I think we're going to hit up 3 of them, maybe 4. We'll see if the sun and the humidity and the heat allows. First on the list is Castaway Island Preserve. That's where I am right now. It's the most well kept of the ones that I'm going to show you. There's a paved path. There's several boardwalks. There's also a circular trail that's paved and it has these little footprints on them from different animals, and each set of tracks leads you to a plaque that tells you about that animal that leaves that track. So this is a very educational walk. There's also a facility here that allows you some events. If you have a permit, you can do that. A lot of people out here walking first thing in the morning. It's right off of San Pablo Boulevard, San Pablo Road. I don't know what it's called. It's San Pablo. Right across the Intercoastal Waterway, or as the locals call it, the ditch, you have Neptune Beach, Jacksonville Beach, Atlantic Beach. On this side, we are on the west side. So it's a place that you can pop right in, walk a little bit, pop right back out to your regularly scheduled program, and enjoy the day. So join me, and I'll tell you a little bit about these places. They're all a little bit similar, but they also have their individual charms, and I hope that I can convey that here on this video. And if you're in the area, or if you live here and you haven't visited these places, you definitely should. They're pretty awesome. So yes, let's explore a little bit more here at the Castaway Island Preserve. Oh, a kayak launch. I don't know if I knew there was a kayak launch here. Well, that's good to know. That makes it easy. As you can see, these tracks here, but these information boards have seen better days. Possum, that is a possum track over here. Yeah, these look like they got pretty rough. They got pretty beat up. Maybe when they did a controlled burn, it looks like they got a little smoke on them, or maybe it's just sun damage. But yeah, last time I was here, you could read all of that. So yeah, this just makes one big loop. It's nice and paved. And then we're gonna head to the next one. Oh, this is an owl. Oh, hey, look at this, y'all. Do we know who leaves these tracks? A flat-footed mother... Homo sapien, a human being. See? Educational. I think these yellow flies want to take a bite out of somebody as purty as me. Whew. But another thing I did want to mention here at Castaway Island Preserve, there's plenty of places to park. I think this is the only one that has this much parking, or this quality of parking, if you will. I believe Dutton Island, hopefully we get down to Dutton Island, if it's not too hot. There's parking there for camping and things like that. It's all dirt, and sometimes you have to gravel it up. But here, it's all paved, plenty of places to park, and you can take this here sidewalk all the way out to San Pablo and walk down the street. All right, this is Castaway Island Preserve. Let's go to the next. All right, so we've come to the other side of the ditch onto the east side, just south of Beach Boulevard, in a place called Cradle Creek Preserve. And I'll tell you, this one doesn't have very much parking. Mostly who come through here are all of these houses and people that live through here. There's a lot of people walking, so I expect that this place can get pretty busy. The last time we came here, we actually had to park on the street. It's right on this bend, and super busy area here in Jax Beach. It's right near the Jax Beach Golf Club. There's a lot of baseball fields, soccer fields, things like that around the area. A lot of people walking, a lot of people on bikes. So this is a little excursion you can take on your walk, and it's just a little loop. I think our favorite part here is this little dock that you can get onto, and the yellow flies they're back at it. So we'll see how far I can get in here. What I want to know is, why do yellow flies want to get around your ears for? It's like they're all around my ears. Go. I don't know if you can even see them just hitting my face. There's an observation deck out here. It's not very big. There are better ones at the other preserves, but there's this cute little dock that's right on the water. And last time we came, we just sat here. The weather was beautiful. The breeze was coming across there, and you could just look at the water. It was quite beautiful. I don't think I'm going to go around the whole loop, since the yellow flies are pretty bad. Oh, can you see that osprey up there? Oh, yeah, I hear you. Osprey is letting me know whose house I'm in. All right, coming up to our favorite spot here. Oh yes, there's no yellow flies right here. I love it. I'm gonna have to walk back through all that though. So the tide is out. Oh, this is cool. The last time we came, the tide was in, so the water was really close to the dock. You could just hang out. right, this is Cradle Creek, number 2 on the list. Let's get to the next preserve. All right, number 3 on the list, Tide Views. This is just north of Atlantic Boulevard. It hugs, you probably can hear the cars. This hugs Atlantic Boulevard right here on the Intracoastal Waterway on the east side. As you can see, the cars are right there. So if you don't mind the sound of rushing cars, you may like this place. If you're wanting to get away a little bit further from these sounds, this is probably not the place you'll want to go to. There is a good amount of parking. There are also bathrooms here at Tideview Preserve, so that's nice. Also, there's near the bathrooms there are some educational billboard, and tells you all about the local wildlife and the local plant life. So that's pretty cool. Some more education for you. Also, I'm going to show you this little pond that is here that's kind of unique. I don't even know if it's part of the preserve, but we're going to look at it anyway. I'm going to make sure today if it is actually a part of the preserve or not. We'll check that out in a little bit. We're going to walk out on this boardwalk out to the end, check that out, and then we'll hit up the next one. And I hear another osprey. So let's check it out. Tideview Preserve. So it looks like they've redone this boardwalk, and I'll show you when we get down to the end, little covered area. Tide is completely out. There's Atlantic Boulevard. Heading out to the beaches or heading into town, into Jacksonville. And just for you non-locals, Jack's Beach and Jacksonville are 2 different things, 2 different places, and don't you mix it up. Don't you dare. Here we are. No one's out here. The tide's out, so it'd be pointless to fish because the fish aren't here. So yeah, they got some so if you like fishing, they have some places here that you can set up for the people who aren't fishing. Just sit back, look at all that. Wow, it smells like fish heads over here. Whoa. Oh man, I was wanting some seafood, but that's kind of turning me off. All right, tide view. The tide, I'm looking at the view of the tide and it is out. Faux show. Oh, there's a kayaking trail through here. As you can see that sign over there. Tells you where to go. Well, that's awesome. Ooh, mucky. Got a floating dock here. Oh. Oh, I'm loving that breeze. Oh God, I'm loving that breeze. All right, let's go check that pond out. That's what I want to do. Don't slip down on the sharp oysters. That right there, that's Dutton Island. That is the last preserve on our little journey here today. So let's get over there, check it out. So we are actually in our favorite spot, Dutton Island Preserve. You come across this little path that brings you into the park. There's fishing, there's kayaking. To the south, there's a launch. To the north, there's a fishing pier. There's trails all throughout. You can camp here. There's bathrooms. There's plenty of parking all throughout. What makes this unique is there are lots of cats here. Someone has dropped off cats, or people over time have dropped off their cats, and people do come out and feed them. So they're well fed, and occasionally you'll see a raccoon or two getting in on that cat food action. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna head to the south. I'm gonna go through here. We love this little trail that runs along the west side of the island. I think this is my favorite. On the east side of the island, there is a trail that runs through the different campsites. It's a little bit different than this one. This one's marshy. That one over there is more pine forest. All of this on one little tiny island. I love it. And before you stop in to Dutton Island, when you drive through, you should stop at the corner store and in true southern fashion, get yourself a nice cold Coca-Cola and some boiled peanuts. Now, go on and get you some now. And that's what I did. Well, I got boiled peanuts. I did not get an ice cold Coca-Cola because I need water. The temperature is now getting up into, it looks like it's 90 now, which probably real feel is more like 100. I do feel a little breeze coming off the Intracoastal Waterway there, but that sun is on my neck. So, yeah. I hear something in the water. Ooh, there's a spoonbill over there. Oh, yes. Spoonbill. Oh, fish jumping. Right over there to the south is where we were at Tide Views. This little peninsula here, you can camp on that. You can also camp on the northwest side. And you can fish right here when the tide's in. And you can put your kayak in right here. If you can make it through the muck. All right. Let's check out some more. Let's check out the north side. All right, we're at the north part of the island called Lyman's Point. Great place to fish out here. Also, when I was passing through, there were campsites. I failed to mention that these campsites are big. They're really nice and big, and they're maintained. Oh, got you a nice little chart for fish. Sheep's head right there, baby. All right, there you go. So now you know some of the fish that you can catch right here on Dutton Island Preserve. See, is there anyone out here? There's one guy fishing, so I won't bother him too much. Oh, we got a kayaker. So this is a kayak trail through here, paddling trail. Probably that sign tells you. For cutting your bait here, also a place for your fishing line and a trash can. Oh, and a kayak launch. Nice. I actually did know that. But I'm glad that these are throughout the Intracoastal Waterway and even St. John's River. There's a few. I'm glad to see that because it's not easy trying to get in. And if you slip and fall and cut your leg on one of these oyster beds, God help you. Makes my butt drop just thinking about it. So that is 4 preserves right here in Jacksonville, Florida, Jack's Beach. Hopefully it was informative. If you're around, definitely come out and check it if you're local or if you're passing through. I think it's time for lunch, so I'm gonna head out, and the sun is getting up overhead and it is hot. Oh, I need a Gatorade or something. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's okay. And until next time, I'll see you out on the trails.